Видно, на антенну залезли.
According to the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, since the start of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, launched in violation of the UN Charter and international law, 11,973 civilians, including 622 children, have been killed. 25,943 people, including 1,686 children, have been injured. Distressingly, we have witnessed the resumption of Russian attacks on Ukrainian Black Sea ports in recent weeks. Since 1st September, these attacks damaged 6 civilian vessels as well as grain infrastructure in the ports, according to local officials. As a result, wheat prices have increased more than 6% between 1 September and 14 October. Widespread and systemic reports of torture of Ukrainian prisoners of war remains a grave concern. 97% of Ukrainian prisoners interviewed by OHCHR since March 2023 provided consistent and detailed accounts of torture or ill treatment during captivity. 68% reported sexual violence.
All of Russia's might is a bluff. It's a gas station with a nuclear bomb. Since 2023, Pyongyang has been supplying weapons and munitions to Moscow, including ballistic missiles, in violation of multiple Security Council resolutions. In fact, the DPRK has become the main supplier of ammunition to Russia, thus fueling and prolonging its war against Ukraine. This is yet another blow to the myth of the second army of the world, the army which is in reality is begging from global outcasts not only for weapons but also for manpower. According to publicly available information, approximately 11,000 DPRK infantry troops are currently being trained in Russia's east. These troops are expected to be ready for war against Ukraine by November 1st. Whereas at the beginning of the invasion, most Russian citizens killed in the war were from indigenous peoples and other non-Russian ethnic communities, now Moscow headhunts impoverished citizens from third countries, once again exposing the deeply racist, neo-colonial nature of its regime.
As we approach the 1,000th day mark of Russia's war of aggression, its civilian toll becomes even more deplorable. The Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights has documented a 45% increase in civilian casualties in June, July, and August compared with the previous 3-month period. A shameful trend that continued into September.
We have seen reports the DPRK has sent forces and is preparing to send additional soldiers to Ukraine to fight alongside Russia. If true, this marks a dangerous and highly concerning development and an obvious deepening of the DPRK-Russia military relationship. We are consulting with our allies and partners on the implications of such a dramatic move. If Russia is indeed turning to the DPRK for manpower, it would be a sign of desperation on the part of the Kremlin.
Это когда патриот с рождения, это когда у тебя триколор, герб, уже вот как бы первая твоя одежда, она уже говорит о том, что ты родился в России, что ты нужен для России, ты важен, и тебя уже с рождения любят.
We do it wrong, so everyone genuinely can win. It's not in any way.
This is billions of extra pounds that, as a UK Labour government, we're putting into the fight for Ukraine to protect its freedom and its future. It will allow Ukraine to purchase the range of weapons and systems they need in order to defend their territory and fight for their future. There's only one nation waging war in Europe, and that's Russia in its illegal invasion of Ukraine. Putin could stop this war tomorrow by pulling back. In the meantime, we will do everything we can to stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. And this is a government that in the 3 months since the election has stepped up our support for Ukraine, made extra commitment, not just this year, but for future years. And here we're making an announcement of billions more pounds in loans for Ukraine, using the corrupt money from Putin's own regime against him and putting it in the hands of Ukrainians to fight for their freedom.
It's a huge honour to have the opportunity to meet Ukrainian soldiers who are being trained here in Britain and will return shortly to the front line. Today I'm able to announce £2.3 billion of support to Ukraine in the form of a loan that will be paid back by the extraordinary profits being made on frozen Russian assets. So this will ensure that Russian assets frozen in Europe, that the extraordinary profits on that will be used to help fund the war effort in Ukraine. Ukraine are on the front line against Russia's aggression, but they are defending all of Europe, including the United Kingdom. And this is just one way, on top of the support that we've already provided, of ensuring that Ukraine has the finances and the resources and the training to continue their fight.